Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. 10 minutes away, we'll get you on the phones for Clash with Kenzie. We have tickets to Rocks Fest in Portage, which includes so many bands, including Stone Temple Pilots. We'll get to that in a little bit, get you on the phones for that. Reminder, an hour away from 8 a.m., major concert announcement, and you'll be the first person in that show because we have tickets for the show we're going to announce. Huge.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
All right, well, listen, I started off yesterday's sports by saying the Bears actually got the guy that everybody wanted. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator from the Lions, is now the head coach of your Chicago Bears, and it terrifies me because we got the guy that's going to change everything, and if he doesn't, I was terrified yesterday. You know what I've come to realize? That the Bears shot their shot, did something uncomfortable, and they got the guy, so no matter what happens, it's amazing and good. If it's failure, they at least took a shot and got the guy who's a genius in offensive football to lead your Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. And I did buy that jersey, so I need that jersey to be redeemed somehow by some wins. $130 for that Caleb Williams jersey. But I really did. I had to go through the cycle yesterday, and I'm so fired up, especially when I heard Ben Johnson go into Hallis Hall.
I'm so happy to hear this because this should have been your reaction from the jump. I was shocked when you came in here yesterday with the attitude that you had. And I'm happy to hear this.
Yeah, I'm glad. It took me time because as a Bears fan, you're always scared, I think, in a way of failure. It's going to fail.
PTSD. It's years and years of trauma, and that's the only word you can use to describe it.
I seriously have thought about therapy. We've had online therapy with a person that called up, a psychiatrist called up and told me to give up football.
You did not.
It lasted a couple days.
He's like, I'm giving up therapy.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Didn't take very long.
How dare you, therapy? Come at me. So here was Ben Johnson in Hallis Hall.
Listen, thank you so much. My family and I, we are beyond excited. This is exactly where we wanted to be. This is exactly where we wanted to be.
Where we want you.
This is going to be a challenge. I am well aware of that. I know what this division's about. And this is exactly where we want to be. We're going to go after this thing, and it's going to take all of us in this room. It's going to take this locker room. It's nothing more important than that locker room and us serving that locker room and those players. All right? They need to understand that. They need to feel that from us every single day. And if we do that, the wins are going to come. The playoffs are going to come. All right? Can't wait to get to know you guys. And thank you so much for the warm welcome. Thank you.
Let's go!
Who's getting whipped in the background?
Someone was being whipped?
Didn't you hear that?
No, I think they were clapping.
It was like, what?
I was like,
The whole time he was talking,
was
was
like
he hitting the players?
is that a whip?
No, it was like so distinctly like a whipping sound.
I don't know. He walked in that lobby, and everybody came out from work there and are around the balcony. It was very odd because he was alone on the floor with his family, three beautiful kids, wife, and him just talking up to the balcony like Leonidas in the Coliseum. I'm sorry, the Gladiator Coliseum, not Leonidas. But it was just very odd, and I thought if they were going to do it that way, they should have had a marching band in there. Or a mariachi band, either one. I'll take either one in there, but they should have had something like that.
One of the two, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like marching bands have been devalued for moments like this, but this is the time to have a marching band.
Oh, my God, because I felt like he was just, and he did, boy, did he deliver. I'm ready to go through a wall for this guy. Let's go. I'm trying out for kicker or something.
Kicker.
I don't know what I could get these days. Now, what came up with the money? Now, I figured he's an offensive coordinator, first-time head coach, highly sought after. He was going to make $5 or $6 million a year. That's kind of the run of where it is. I think it goes up to about 8, an average of new coaches in the NFL, new head coaches, when you've never been a head coach before. Kenzie. His salary is being reported by Pro Football Talk's Mike Florio as $13 million a season.
A season?
A season!
I thought that was going to be like his whole thing. Like
No.
a long contract. Jesus.
It's probably a 4-year deal. Could be a 5-year deal. So you're looking at $60, $70 million.
Well,
They're
no wonder
investing.
he's like, this is where I want to be. I want to be there too.
And trust me, Lions fans all over Twitter are like, well, now we know why we screwed that game up. He had $13 million on his mind, and he didn't focus on the game. Lions fans are pissed.
I would be too.
It's fun.
They should have paid up. Apparently, we have a lot of money.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing.
You wouldn't be able to tell me so what's happened, but holy crap.
The Bears have never paid anybody close to this before. I believe Matt Eberflus was making that $5-6 million range.
He was making $3.5 million, actually.
That's what they report?
Yeah.
$3.5 million? I was saying 4.5 at least. But either way, $13 million, that made the McCaskey family uncomfortable. I have to think 102-year-old Virginia McCaskey pulled out a little change purse. I'm like, all right, let's see here. You're a good young man. But I do picture $13 million falling out of her change purse.
Well, it's interesting because Virginia operates the team like she's never adjusted for inflation. So
Yeah.
she gives somebody $50 and she's like, well, he's the next Rockefeller. He's a rich man now. He's got $50.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Eggs are more expensive than ever. Things have gone up.
Yeah.
Do you think, because of old age, which touches us all if we're lucky enough,
Right. It's a blessing.
she saw 1.3 is what she thought, like looking at paper?
So he's cheaper than the last guy. Good.
Money off the
Well, we're
books.
taking a shot on him, really, so I understand that,
Yeah, she'll send Ben a check for $7 for Christmas this year and a Christmas card.
Signing bonus.
You know this made them so uncomfortable, and that's what I love. The Bears did something uncomfortable. They got the guy, $13 million. I'm fine with it. It's not our money. Give it to him. You got the guy. Let's go. Let's
They're
go.
trying. They're spending money. They got a good coach.
Yes.
That's nice.
And
Look at that.
I'm saying this in all honesty. Even if it fails, they took a shot. Shoot your shot. That's my motto. In anything in life. Mm-hmm. Shoot your shot.
And have a good time all the
Always.
time.
The worst thing happens, you go home and you're not getting laid by that person. You know what I
Think
mean?
about it, this is like they landed the dream girl. They got the slow dance at the prom.
Unbelievable.
God, it feels good.
To give you some
Ryan
comparisons.
has got to seal that deal.
I know, exactly. That's the
Doesn't
tough
stop
part.
at the slow dance.
Yeah.
Let's go.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Before we get you on the phones for Clash with Kenzie, we were just talking about Ben Johnson, the new Bears coach. The Lions offensive coordinator got allegedly $13 million a year, which is monstrous for a first-time head coach. To give you perspective, Kansas City Chiefs, Andy Reid, arguably the best coach in the NFL, winning the most. He gets $20 million a year, Kenzie. So $20 million from him.
That's nice.
But he's like 65 years old, been coaching forever. Denver Broncos' Sean Payton came back to get $18 million. Unbelievable. Pittsburgh Steelers' Mike Tomlin gets $16 million. Chargers just got Jim Harbaugh back in the NFL from Michigan. He's getting $16 million. The Rams head coach, Sean McVay, $15 million. Kyle Shanahan, $14 million for the 49ers. And even here's the thing, John Harbaugh for the Ravens has been coaching there for over a decade, 15 years, won a Super Bowl, and he only gets $12 million. Ben Johnson gets $13 million, and he hasn't won anything yet as far as a head coach.
Well, it's all about your negotiation skills.
Oh, damn right. Mm-hmm. Highland Park's expensive.
Barely.
For the Lake Forest going up there to Hallis Hall. So I'm stoked about it. I'm so glad that they took that to go because the Raiders were after him. And Tom Brady now runs the Raiders, at least as part owner. So he could have went to the Raiders, and we got it. So here we go. Let's go. And let's go in Clash with Kenzie. Rocks Fest tickets. Stone Temple Pilots performing. Theory of a Dead Man. Plain White Tees. Among many others. 312-591-8300. You beat Kenzie in a trivia competition, and you get the tickets. We give them away either way to everybody listening. So that's all coming up in 10 minutes.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
Let's go. Competition for Rocks Fest tickets happening at Portage, in Portage, Indiana, at the On the Rocks bar, right in the big lot area over there. So you got Stone Temple Pilots, Theory of a Dead Man, Plain White Tees, Fuel, Lit, Story of the Year, Hoobastank. Come on now, 2 days. An incredible festival. Q101.com is all the info. And we got free ones if Ben beats Kenzie in trivia. Ben Ahoy, tell us something about yourself.
Hi, I worked out in the cold this morning in a free men's workout group.
A free
Was
men's?
it outside? An outside workout group?
Yeah, outside. Outside. It's called F3. My wife says we're a cult, and she might be right, but I still go.
He's like, well, mind your damn business.
Guilty.
Also, what everybody in a cult says. They say it's a cult, but I still go. So, look out. That's crazy, man.
What kind of workout? Is it just like you running? Or what's the deal?
It's kind of a mix. It's a boot camp. You use a cinder block, and there's some running around, lifting, all kinds of stuff.
Oh, God. You have to pay to do that. People spend money on these things. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, that's a lesson right there. You don't need a gym.
No, cinder blocks are free if you go to any construction site. You just take them.
So's the outside, huh? Look at that.
The outside's free. Cinder blocks are kind of free.
You guys take them.
We're glad you're on this weight loss journey with Brian and Kenzie here this month. Weigh-ins coming in on Monday, the next weigh-in. So, Ben, first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same to you. Call heads or tails, Ben?
Tails.
It is tails. Ben, there you go. Okay, Ben, question number 1. From 1984 until his death in 2020, what game show did Alex Trebek host?
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy is right. You're on the board. Back to Kenzie. Kenzie, other than the Chiefs, name one NFL team still in the playoffs.
Oh, God. The Eagles?
The Eagles.
Because your wife went?
That's right, my wife. And we're not going this week. $1,000 for tickets. Not going. Not going, honey.
Boo.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. I got to be the purveyor of keeping the heat on this week.
You're no fun. You're
Boom.
no fun.
I know. It's no fun. So it's back to Ben.
That's right, 1-1.
Ben, what is the name of the Coca-Cola-owned soda brand that produces an orange-flavored drink?
Fanta.
Fanta is right.
Don't you wanna Fanta?
That's my wife's hangover cure, by the way, Fanta.
Yeah?
I guess it works. I don't know. With vodka in it, too. Get rid of the hangover.
I think that's maybe more the key ingredient, to be honest.
Back to Kenzie.
That's right, 2-1.
Kenzie, which fast food chain recently began an in-restaurant partnership with Krispy Kreme donuts?
Oh, McDonald's.
Oh, you knew that one right away. You drop by yet and get it?
All right.
Well, you call me fat ass, why don't you? They dropped it off here like a weeks ago.
Okay, I didn't hear the word fat ass anywhere in there. I was talking about your donuts.
You're like, oh, sure knew that one, didn't you? That was unnecessary. Don't put the question in if you're going to make fun of me.
Can't wait for the weigh-ins.
Seemed a bit unnecessary.
All right, 2-2, back to Ben.
Ben, the first televised presidential debate was between Richard Nixon and whom?
Oh.
Guess the president. 3, 2, 1.
Lyndon Johnson.
No.
Lyndon Johnson's not right. Kenzie, so the first televised presidential debate. Richard Nixon and whom?
I think Nixon was against Mr. JFK.
Mr. JFK is right. Who apparently flew to Frank Sinatra's house to have relations with Marilyn Monroe so no one would know where he was.
Did they talk about that in the debate?
I don't think they did.
Because I would have been locked in.
What was the accent you used to answer that question? You sounded like Boo Radley in the courtroom.
Oh, girl. Well, I was thinking like old black and white TV. And that's just the voice that I hear with black and white TV.
All right, I like that.
So you went to Sinatra's house and had sex with Marilyn Monroe.
All right, 3-2, back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, Brad Pitt plays the character of Tyler Durden in which 1999 film? Tyler Durden.
Tyler Durden. Fight Club.
There you go, right before the buzzer.
Sorry.
Case has now seen Fight Club and appreciates its greatness.
Good movie. Did not see that coming at the end. I was on the edge of my seat.
One of the bigger plot twists in movie history.
I did not see that coming.
All those rest at on our socials, and you can Case's reviews all there on. What was that app you're using to do reviews?
Oh, I'm on Letterboxd. It's at Caselow with my name, CASELOWA. And that's where it's a social media where you just review movies. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So my Fight Club review is now there.
See how your life has changed? It
I
all
know.
grows up.
I'm a movie guy now. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought?
And sadly,
Oh, go ahead.
no, Ben
Sadly,
is not,
what?
Ben is not a trivia guy. He's down 4-2.
Yeah, he is. What were you gonna say, Kenzie?
No,
no.
don't worry. Let's go.
Something about Fight Club. So Kenzie
Something totally different.
So Kenzie can win with this, right?
Yeah, but it's back to Ben though.
Oh.
It's Ben's question.
Ben.
Okay.
What time zone is Philadelphia in? Since Kenzie mentioned the Eagles, what time zone?
Eastern time zone.
Eastern time zone's right, but now Kenzie can win with the next question.
Don't be a time zone question, please. Hate those.
The movie A Complete Unknown, featuring Timothy Chalamet, is about what legendary music artist?
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan is right. Good job. Kenzie wins.
Chalamet.
Chalamet. All right, Ben. I'm sorry, man. I appreciate you playing, but sorry, buddy.
Well, you know what? We actually have extra Aziz Ansari tickets that we didn't give away before. So
Oh.
do you want to see Aziz, honey?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, well, he'll come up with those since he wakes up early, works out, he's a good person. So he can have those, but we still have the other tickets, too.
Right on. Hang on, Ben. We appreciate you. Hang on. Casey will give you that. Kenzie will give you that. She was going to walk out of here with him, but she said, nope, I'm giving them to Ben.
I can't find a babysitter.
But after Blink-182, we have those Rocks Fest tickets, so those are going to go out the door as well. So hang on, 3 minutes. Those tickets are coming.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We'll get you on the phones for Rocks Fest tickets in a second with God Bless the Baby. But first, we do have to pour one out. Very sad. A very, very sad day. Someplace I used to go all the time, but I would say I haven't gone in a long time, so maybe that's why I'm pouring one out today.
The problem.
Yeah, I certainly am.
Okay.
Because the Hard Rock Cafe downtown Chicago is going to close after 40 years.
Son of a bitch.
Now, when's the last time you went?
Last year.
No, you didn't.
I swear to God.
What'd you go for?
We were going, actually, it really was more like just 6 months ago, but it was obviously last year. When I visited the Children's Hospital over here, my husband and I, we went to Lurie's over here, you know?
Yeah.
And then, we went to the Ronald McDonald House, toured it, because we were hosting one of their charity events. And then we went and had lunch with some people after that.
Was it good?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
They actually did this really cool, tour around the world of burgers.
Oh.
And they had burgers inspired by different countries.
Really?
And it was really good. It was fantastic. My husband and I both got a different country. It was great.
Now, let me guess. Other countries like bacon and cheese, too, on the burgers.
They do. Different kinds of cheese.
Just a hunch.
German one was pretty cheesy.
Love it.
Love it.
The Hard Rock Cafe, though, it's interesting because it is a touristy spot. There was only 10 of them when they built that one, and now there's over 300. But I got to imagine they're on the downturn, those kind of themed restaurants. Right across the street, Rainforest Cafe closed a couple years ago. It was supposed to be a dispensary, and now it's just sitting empty. They should have kept the damn place open.
Well, they should at least kept the frog on top for visual effect.
Yes.
Pisses me off.
So now Hard Rock Cafe is going down, which a lot of bands in the area, I know people are listening, maybe we're in a band, they gave a break to a lot of local bands. They used to have festivals, and a lot of big national bands used to come into town and go to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Want to hear something funny about that place?
I do.
That is where the auditions were for making the band.
Is that right?
The show, where Lou Pearlman was putting together his next band, the Chicago auditions were there.
Yeah. It was.
There's a stage in there. They had to perform and stuff.
It was a prime spot. I feel bad it's closing. And now I'm worried that, so they close, Rainforest Cafe close. If the Rock and Roll McDonald closes right there next door,
oh my God,
you could put the Bears Stadium there.
Well, first off,
there's a lot of empty space.
Because every one of those things is the biggest restaurant ever.
Enormous. Enormous.
Every time a restaurant opens now in Chicago, you can't move. They're just like, we're going to put all the tables in one line. It's Last Supper style. No move. You can't set anything down.
Last Supper
style.
style.
That's how every restaurant is. Okay?
I have a vision for this restaurant, Last Supper style.
Yeah, because you can't even set your effing purse anywhere. It's unbelievable. And I'm like, please take the water vase off the table. You're giving us a square the size of our plate. We can't have water vases on here. So anyways, all the restaurants with space, they're closing. And it's pissing me off because they're going to turn into a bunch of mini restaurants that you can't move in.
I don't know what they're going to be because, again, the Rainforest Cafe was supposed to be this dispensary, and that never happened because there's another dispensary in a range where they're not allowed to build two that close to each other over on Clark.
I'm happy it's not a dispensary. I would like it to be something cool that you can, that everyone could enjoy, not just the dispensary.
Will said they should make it a huge Outback Steakhouse.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Now, that's something everybody can enjoy.
No, it should be a Texas Roadhouse.
Well, listen, they could cordon it off and make all different Outback, Texas, Longhorn.
Yes.
What's another steakhouse?
Logan's Roadhouse.
Is Logan's? I don't know that one.
Oh, that's the best one.
No, Texas.
How dare you?
No,
come on.
Logan's. Oh, it's an Indiana staple.
Well, is there any here? On this side?
I think there's some on the Burbs.
This side of the border, we're going to go to war with Indiana over the Logan Steakhouse.
We're going to claim that Logan's Roadhouse is in Indiana.
Yeah!
We could call it the Steak Plaza, and you come in, and you have to figure out where you want to go.
Now, that is marketing right there.
Thank
Kenzie,
you.
What is Brandon Johnson doing? Why didn't he come up with that?
It's just annoying.
Oh, my God.
I know, and you know what? If he does come up with it, he's going to be like, hey, you guys should all pay for it. So how about the restaurants buy it since they're going to make money off of it? Seems weird. We're paying for it.
My brain is letting this marinate, no pun intended with the steak.
No.
No.
That's what happens at the Steak Plaza. Everybody knows that.
What if they had walk-up windows, too?
Okay.
So it's like a food hall, and you could just take the
You
steak
should
to
be able
go.
to take out your steaks
Yeah.
and number them.
Yeah, and then a picnic table so you could get a couple different samplers.
What if What if when you sit down, you can order off any of the menus? So you get like
Yes.
the Texas Roadhouse rolls, but you could also get something from Logan's Roadhouse.
So
I don't know what he serves.
a steak buffet.
Really? Like, it's like this. Welcome to the plaza.
Yeah.
What would you like?
Get a bloomin' onion from Outback?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, they better do this. Or
It's
I'll be
exciting.
really upset.
It's be like a clothing store. I'm going to burn it down.
So, by the way, pouring one out for the Hard Rock Cafe. A lot of good memories there. Just one more place going down. It's very sad. Very sad. And that area certainly needs some stuff because those are big, empty spaces now.
You know, and it's really annoying that also all the restaurants, this is everything we want. A restaurant with space and a parking lot.
Yeah.
All these restaurants have parking lots, and we're not supporting them. Do you know how hard it is to eat somewhere in Chicago?
Well, at least you supported 6 months ago. I haven't been to the Hard Rock Cafe in years.
Yeah, I put my money where my mouth is.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's what they say.
That's what they say about me.
All right, so coming up, a huge concert announcement 20 minutes away at 8 o'clock, and you'll be the first people into the concert that we announce. 8 a.m., massive concert announcement coming up. And speaking of concerts,
God bless the baby.
312-591-8300. Caller 10 right now is going to Rocks Fest 2025 in Portage, Indiana with Stone Temple Pilots, Theory of a Dead Man, our guys Plain White Tees, and more. Call now.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
All right, 10 minutes away from a major concert announcement with Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and we'll give away the tickets to that show. You'll be the first people in at 8 o'clock. Also, we have some audio coming up. We're going to play the Pumpkins, and audio of when Billy Corgan met Bill Burr. We've talked on the show about how Billy Corgan thinks they could be brothers. We'll play all the audio after the Pumpkins. And then also, we were just talking about steakhouses. Case brought up Logan Steakhouse. Me and Kenzie hadn't heard of it. It's in Indiana. Kenzie, on the text line, what did someone say who's from Indiana?
They said Logan's Roadhouse is in Indiana 8 and in Illinois 3. Those were not my words. Dodger Boy texted it in, so don't be like, how dare you? What was shared. I haven't been.
All right, here's Gil Curtis with your headlines.
This is not headline news. Today is National Hot Sauce Day. I say it's a great day to just wing it. Experts say burning Teslas added to the air pollution during the LA wildfires. Burning Cybertrucks also added subtle hints of Axe body spray. Southwest announced a hiring freeze. It's sad news for young job seekers who dreamt of announcing flight delays to irate travelers. Billionaire wealth grew by $2 trillion in 2024. Half of that was earned by people who sell eggs. And Steve Perry turned 76 today. Perry plans to celebrate any way he wants it, because that's the way he needs it, any way he wants it. This is not headline news.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.